that God can do a lot with just a little. Jesus was ministering to the crowds. Thousands of people followed him, and he was healing them, and he was teaching, and all of a sudden people started realizing it's getting late, and everybody needed to eat. There were thousands of them. Well, you know, this is a time when I can see Jesus had quite a sense of humor. You know, they were all hungry and ready to eat, and Jesus turned to Philip, and he said, "Philip, let's feed these people." And Philip, can you imagine? Philip must have been like, "What? What are you looking at me for?" And the Bible says that Jesus already knew what he was going to do, that he was just testing Philip. In other words, he was teasing Philip. He was razzing him a little bit. Well, Philip said, "Well, we can't feed these people, even a year's worth of salary, 200 denarii, nearly a year's worth of salary." He said, "Wouldn't even feed this group one meal." So what are we going to do? Well, inside, you know, Jesus was smiling. He knew what he was going to do. And that's when Andrew came up and he said, "Well, you know, I've got this little boy here, and he's got 5 loaves and he's got 2 fish. He's willing to pitch in for lunch here." And that's all they had. You know, sometimes you and I, we don't have much. We're like, we don't have too much talent. We don't have too much money. We don't have too many friends. We don't have the wherewithal. God just needs a little bit, but when we put it in his hands, great things will happen. Jesus took those loaves and fishes. He gave thanks to his Father in heaven, and he began to break them and break them. And they fed thousands, and the Bible says they picked up 12 baskets full of leftovers that people got to take home and maybe eat a little bit later. You know, I heard a wonderful, inspiring story. There was a nun named Teresa, not Mother Teresa that we're familiar with, but years before that, a nun named Teresa. She had a vision to start an orphanage, and she went to her superiors and she shared her dream. She said, "I want to start an orphanage." And her superior said, "Okay, well, what kind of funds do you have?" And she looked at him, she said, "Well, I have 3 pennies. And these people laughed and they said, "Well, you know, with 3 pennies, I don't think you can do anything." And that woman looked at them and said, "You know what? With 3 pennies, I can do nothing. But with 3 pennies and God, I can do anything." You see, God can do a lot with just a little. Hey, if you're enjoying these little talks, I really want to lift you up and encourage you. If you're down, if you're discouraged, I want to lift you up and encourage you, give you some hope. And if you're already up, I want to bring you up even higher. I want to encourage you. So if these little talks bless you, would you do me a favor? Leave a little comment or something. Let me know you're out there. Tell me what you think. And then share this. Press the little share button and spread the word that God is able to minister to you no matter what situation you're in. He wants to come and bless you and encourage you. He's a good God, and he's a big enough God to minister to every need you might have. God bless you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Be encouraged.